Goresh. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devils Thursday. This is Devils After Dark, coming to you live from the Primetime Radio studios inside the bunker in an undisclosed location in beautiful New Jersey and cross continent to La La Land in Beverly Hills, California. From the Michael J. Fox Studios, it's Scotty of SiriusXM Liquid Metal, streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, X Live, and Twitch on the Let's Go Devils Network as the Devils get clipped by the Red Wings 5-3 tonight at the Pizza Arena. Scotty.
Yeah, pretty disappointing game over here.
Yeah.
For this team. Yeah, I guess a bunch of things to talk about, and I could already see people. Yes, Corbin, fire Lindy. Oh wait, yeah, nice. I like it. But yeah, let's talk about this here. You know, Game 10 on the season, on the road over there in Detroit. Hello, Luke and Brett. Am I a clown? Am I funny to you? Pesci into the lineup for the first time this year. Devils have been suffering from some defensive and goaltending woes the past couple games. We had the Frozen Frenzy on Tuesday. Sorry, Sam and I weren't around. We were having some we were trying. We really did try, but we had some major technical issues that, believe it or not, got solved by Sam slamming his fist upon the mixing board, and
True
that
story.
somehow, it really true story. Sam could not hear me coming down, and we see all the return feeds and everything there, and we could not figure it out. And Sam literally at the end of the night just went like, "Damn it!" And then all of a sudden he could hear me, but it was really, really past time, so we just kind of scratched it. Not that Tuesday game was so much fun to talk about, where the Devils got trounced by the Lightning, giving up a natural hat trick to Hagel there in the second period. But we're moving on to this one over there in Detroit. But like we said, defensive woes. The Devils, in the first 7 games of the year, they had 14 goals against. In the last 2, now in the last 3, 19. 19 goals against. Lines kind of shuffled a little bit. Cotter back to the third, which I think is a good thing. Palat to the second. Was he there? I don't know. I didn't really see him the whole night. Tatar down to the fourth. Not really surprised that has happened this quickly into the season. Hopefully Sheldon Keefe gave the Devils a little Pat Burns. I think that's what this team might need, is a little Pat Burns, who was a no-nonsense coach who we know was someone, unfortunate things happen in life there with Pat passing away. But he really guided this team in the right way, back there in the early 2000s. So hopefully Sheldon Keefe gave this team a little Pat Burns talking to in between. But it didn't last for a full 60-minute effort. Let's talk about it. Game number 10 on the year. We'll do a little in the way our old Uncle Lou, look at it in 10-game segments, so we can have some reviews of the Devil season so far after this game recap. First period, Devils get a power play pretty late into it to start the scoring. And who is it? It is the captain, Nico Hischier, who is literally trying to will this team into victories himself. Thank you, good old number 13, for everything you do out there, because I see the hustle, the grit, the determination coming from you every time you step onto the ice. And another person who's had a great season so far, Stefan Nason, and he's the one who really created this goal, or started it, the whole process of it. Nico, believe it or not, lost a face-off on the power play in the offensive zone, but Stefan Nason is on his horse, whoosh, right behind the net to hit the Red Wings defender and to create a loose puck. It is then gobbled up by Jesper Bratt, who puts it across the ice to the captain, who puts it back low, far side, past Cam Talbot. He gets a piece of it, but it trickles on through for a 1-0 lead for your New Jersey Devils. That's Nico Hischier, his team leading 6-goal, a PPG power play goal, and Jesper Bratt, his team leading 8th assist at 12-11 of the first period. Nice little snapper there from Nico. And the Devils played well in the first period for about 18 minutes. It's exactly how you wanted them to play for the first 18 minutes of the game, because we know they have been starting slow. And when they come out of intermission, they seem to start slow in those first couple minutes of the period. Today was not the case in that first 18 minutes of awesome and then 2 minutes of blah. And what happened in those 2 minutes? The Red Wings score. Christian Fischer gets the first one. What was that? At 18:09. I will say that he showed some good patience there with the puck. It was kind of a broken play there. The puck bounced over the stick of Kovacevic, and then Markstrom eventually goes down, and Fisher is just hanging on to it, kind of like fade and, doing those little fadeaways, and boop, eventually puts it into the back of the net to tie it up. That's his first of the year at 18:09. And then a whopping 25 seconds later, Alex DeBrincat, Luke Hughes. Oh, boy. Saw this a lot last year. He is at the face-off circle in the defensive zone, and he tries to put a pass up the middle in between two Red Wings players, and DeBrincat just picks it off. I'll give you a pass, Luke, because it's your first game back. But holy hell, we saw enough of that last year. So let's get past that. And by the way, Luke and Pesci were paired up tonight. So DeBrincat, he just picks the puck, walks right in, and rips it past Markstrom. One that, you're looking for those big timely saves. Talking about this improved goaltending, today looked very 2023-2024 Devils-esque in the nets. Sorry, just kind of calling it how I saw it. Maybe you saw it different, but that's one where you're like, man, really wish we could have had that timely save there. Instead of it 1-1 going into the intermission, it's now 2-1 Detroit Red Wings. And by the way, the Red Wings had a whopping 8 shots on goal. 8 shots in the first. 20 for the game. They got crunched. They did the same thing the other night to the Islanders. They won 1-0. I think, what did they have, like 11 or 12 shots on goal to the Islanders, like 30-some? The Devils had 40 shots tonight to the Islanders 20. What's going on? To the Red Wings 20. Sorry about that. Either way, 2-1. We're heading into the second period here. Paul Cotter puts a nice hit on Lucas Raymond, who, by the way, is a feisty little fellow I've seen over here. And then he kind of circles around, and Dylan Larkin is just waiting for him, and he gives him the cheap shot elbow when Cotter comes around. That's a power play for the New Jersey Devils. And they even it up there at 2-2 from Mr. Eric Halla. Another PPG power play goal at 4:59 of the second period. Nice little tip redirection there for Eric Halla. And this one actually worked out in the Devils' favor here, because Luke Hughes at the point with the puck passes it over to Timo on the far side. He's over by the face-off circle. He's open. And then he lets a big blast go, but his stick fails him. Yes, the broken lumber, or graphite, whatever the hell it is now, for Timo Meier. But the puck then is kind of an off-speed shot, which turns into the perfect pass right to Eric Halla, who is driving the net. I mean, you couldn't have tried to do it any more perfectly. That off-speed shot there was just timed beautifully, magnificently. And Halla's just there, whoop, for the easy tip redirection into the back of the net. 2-2, second power play goal of the game for the Devils at 4:59. Markstrom then, I will say, had a nice big save, a nice timely save on DeBrincat. who did a little spin-a-rooney shot style, and Markey flashed the glove out there. So, okay, like seeing that. We move into the third. We got a nice pass forward. Eric Halla, he was looking good. He had a good game tonight. But Cotter, Halla, and Nason are all moving up the ice. And Nason passes it to Eric Halla in the center. And Halla puts a pass on, but it's a bank pass. He shoots it wide of the goal, but he's got the perfect amount of English on it to the puck, hits the backboards, and it bounces right out to Paul Cotter in stride. He tries to cut in front of the net, and Cam Talbot, who, was looking like Brodeur in goal over there, he gets a stop, and then Nason gets a rebound opportunity, and he gets stopped as well. But definitely really creative headsy play there by the third line. Really like seeing Paul Cotter on that third line because we know he's got that scoring touch. Nason is also, someone who's going to put the puck in the net, and we know Eric Halla has done that for all of his career. He's not going to be a 30-goal scorer, but high teens to the 20s. I think we could really see some good things from this third line if they keep them together for the time being. Then we had a brawl. Christian Fisher kind of pseudo boards Brendan Dillon. He didn't like it very much. It did look like on the replay that Fisher kind of got him more in the side than the back, but Brendan Dillon, he wasn't having it. He got up, pushed and shoved, dropped his gloves, and then he just kind of grabbed Fisher by the collar and he just pulled him out of the scrum and was like, yo, me and you are going to throw down right now. And that they did. However, thanks officials for, both guys dropped their gloves. Both guys were throwing, yet somehow Brendan Dillon, who pseudo got boarded, gets an extra minor for roughing. Don't really understand that one, but, that's the way it goes. And then, of course, wait, is that the one that Larkin scored on? I believe he did, right? Dylan Larkin, Patty Kane. This is the third period. Brendan Dillon at 9:10. And then Dylan Larkin at 9:46. Yeah. So naturally, of course, the Red Wings score there. Power play goal for Dylan Larkin, his fourth of the year at 9:46 of the third period. Tip in there past Jacob Markstrom. But the Devils, they didn't say die there. Because just about 2 minutes later, the captain strikes again. And wouldn't you know it? On the power play again. Their third power play goal of the game and the second PPG for number 13, Nico Hischier. And this one, Jack Hughes was really making things happen. He is moving the puck up the wall. He's dancing there, and he's drawing the defense towards Nico Hischier is in that center slot position. Jack gets down really deep, and then he kind of, looks back and then passes towards the center, and Nico wastes no time. In one fluid motion, he's got that stick and just hits the one-timer and puts it into the back of the net for his second PPG of the game and his team-leading 7th goal of the season. Like we said, the captain was literally trying to will this team to victory. And we also, I almost forgot about that. We had how did we get to that power play? There was a big scrum. And you know who started it? Little Lucas Raymond. I don't know if he caught it or not, but, play stops. Timo Meyer skating around, and they're getting near the boards, and this is well after the whistle. Lucas Raymond gets a little shove there, right into the boards. And obviously, Timo don't like that very much. And, it all started actually with a Nico breakaway that Sherratt got called for hooking, and then all this other stuff happened right afterwards. Sorry, I'm getting a little out of order over here. So then we get this big scrum. Timo's going after Lucas Raymond. Kovechkin, he ends up somehow, and I never get this. He fought with Ben Sherratt. Okay? But Kovacevic, he never dropped his gloves. And he just took a couple punches and they went down. Sherratt did. Somehow, Kovacevic gets a 5-minute major for fighting, even though he didn't throw a punch and he never dropped his gloves. So 2 head scratchers here from the officials. First with the roughing against Brendan Dillon, and then 5 for fighting, even though you don't throw a punch and you don't drop your gloves. Either way, the Devils got a power play because of Sherratt's hooking, and that's how Nico scored his second power play goal. Jack Hughes then almost put the Devils on top with a laser beam of a wrister, and Cam Talbot got just a piece of his glove on it. And then after that, Dawson Mercer, high sticking penalty. Patty Kane puts in a nice shot at 16:28 to put the Red Wings up 4-3. Paul Cotter drew a penalty. Devils power play with 2:37 left to go, but they can't do the job. There's an empty net goal there by Rasmussen, who then kind of shoulders into Jack Hughes. Another little scrum ensues over there. Devils lose a game that they very, very, very much so should have won. Not good. Not good. Not good. Some shaky goaltending, some shaky defense. I don't know. The Devils should have won this game. Shots on goal for the Devils, 15-14-11 for a Slayer raining blood tribute of 40 raining pucks from the Devils on the ice. I'm sorry, I'm not going full Slayer mode today because I'm a little annoyed with this team. Like we talked about, the Red Wings, 866. 866 for shots, a total of 20. Face-offs were dead even, 28 wins for the both. Power plays, Devils were 3 for 5. Red Wings were 2 for 4. Devils had a lot of hits. We like seeing that. They played aggressive. I like seeing that. 37 hits to the Red Wings 24. 14 blocked shots, only 9 giveaways. That's good. Not the 20-some we've been used to seeing. And 12 takeaways. But this is a game, this is a team that the Devils should have beat. After 10 games in this season, Devils are 5-4-1. You know what I'd call that? Average. They started out like a ball of fire, and now they've lost 3 in a row. They're 1-2-1 at home? I'm not counting the Czech Republic game as a home game. I'll say 1-2-1 at the Rock. We'll say it that way. That's an average team. So we're going to give them some time. Again, new system, new coach, new faces, new players. You're getting Luke, you're getting Pesci back from injury. But still, Tampa game was very disappointing. They started out well, and then they just in the second period. Hagel and Hedman, what was it, 5 goals for the Lightning in the second period on the Frozen Frenzy, which, by the way, Frozen Frenzy was pretty damn cool, I got to say. I don't remember that last year, them doing that, but I was watching on ESPN, and it was pretty cool just having it. It was like a Sunday Red Zone for football. So hopefully they do it more often. It'd be cool next year if maybe they do one around the holidays or something like that. That would be pretty cool. Unlike Christmas or Thanksgiving time or something like that. That'd be cool on Christmas, even though I know the NFL is kind of taking over Christmas. But either way, very disappointing game from these Devils, who after 10 games, I'm going to grade them as average. There's certain players that I'm going to give high marks to, like Nico Hischier. But overall, right now, team's average. 5-4-1. That's basically 500. That's an average team. Now, the season obviously is not done yet. It's only 10 games in. We got plenty of time for them to recover and work out all the kinks. But they started out so strong, and they've kind of just wasted that strong start. And now they're back even again at 5-4-1. Jake Allen got creamed there on Saturday? Or no, with Tampa Bay. I'm sorry, with Tampa Bay. Markstrom, yeah, he's had a couple stinkers as well. But 4 goals on 20 shots, and then you look across the ice and you get 3 power play goals on 40 shots. It's supposed to be, Cam Talbot, Jacob Markstrom. It's supposed to be Markstrom. But today it was whatever. Let's hear what you think about it on the old YouTube. What's up? I see a lot of people in there. We need a Hashik, I know. Thank you, Daryl. Got a lot of people hanging out. But of course, we still have the king of the football calls himself. Oh, snap, I forgot. Dougie Hamilton got an assist on that 1 goal. Oops, I missed a football call. Oh, well, you know what? Devils lost, so they don't get a football call then tonight.
And raining
pucks. And raining pucks. No raining pucks and no football call tonight because this is a game they should have won, and they let it slip away. They definitely let it slip away. So I want to hear what you think about it. Oh, woo! I think we got a super chat here.
Yes, Chris Boker.
Chris Boker, Uncle Boker, shooting from the blue line. Get those boys motivated. Panic's a Man Crew Brew tomorrow at American Whiskey. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, because Devils, by the way, I forgot to mention that, another back-to-back here. Their 3rd back-to-back already in the first month of the season. Who the hell makes these? Is like Bettman really just like, give all the Devils all the back-to-backs? He must be.
It might be AI.
But Sam, I'm just going to blame Bettman. But Sam, I'm going to scroll through the old YouTube page here. Why don't you tell us what you think about things?
I almost see no difference between Sheldon Keefe and Lindy Ruff.
Ooh.
I know I'm being a little bit rough on the team. No pun intended. Luke Hughes, Brett Pesce coming back. I think that's a good thing. It's going to take a little time. Mm-hmm. I don't want to make any excuses, Scotty. I don't want to make any excuses. There are certain things I did like about the game. I liked it at the end there where they, when Jack Hughes, I didn't see anything wrong with it, but they went after.
I like that he was feisty. That's fine. Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
But I liked that Dylan was involved. I liked that, that the Devils try to make something of it. Because in years past, they would just let things slide and anybody can hit Jack Hughes or anybody. So far, I think the MVP right now of this team, so far this season, that's been most consistent is Nico Hischier, the captain.
Oh, definitely.
I think he's been consistent throughout since game 1. Right now, we just passed through game 10. There are good things, but I'll tell you, they got to play better defensively. Their goaltending, I would expect better from Jake Allen and Markstrom the past 2 games. But Jake Allen having a horrific game against the Tampa Bay Lightning. You might as well just pull Jake Allen the entire game because he would have been the same result in goals let up. But when he played against the Lightning, but tomorrow night I would expect Allen to be in net against the New York Islanders, and this is a game you've really got to win because it's a Metropolitan Division game. Devils are falling in the standings right now. because they played so many games. They had an early start to the season. I think last I checked, they were in second place, but they're falling fast right now, and this is the time to get these wins in, because come playoff season, come March, you don't want to fall behind, because every point counts, and this is where you want to get those easy points. The refs, I think the NHL officiating so far, and it's not just the Devils themselves, has been absolutely mind-boggling.
Trash.
Just
Yeah.
I'm ready to turn it over to AI refereeing right now and live with the consequences.
I don't know if it can be worse than some of this stuff. So yeah, I mean,
or just let things go, let things slide, not even have refs at this point.
Not even have refs.
No, I'm kidding around. I'm exaggerating.
Honor system out there.
Honor system. Oh, I hit Jack Hughes in the end there. Yeah, let me go into the penalty box.
Let me go to the penalty.
Yeah.
Oh, that one was on me.
Can you imagine an honor system, NHL? I'm sure that'll work.
Yeah, right.
Oh
man.
But I think it would be more exciting hockey though if you take the referees out of the game.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, because watching the players police themselves is always drama there.
Yeah, definitely. Brooke, why can't we ever have nice things? I don't know, Brooke. I wish I knew. I wish Sam knew too.
I
would
wish.
be it would be great if we could have some nice things, some nice goaltending. That's what we want. JP, I'm going with gummy therapy, supernova. Oof, too early in the season for misery. My friend of misery. Little Metallica action. Max, the last 3 games have been rough defensively. Hell yes, they have. JP, I don't know. I know you're not talking about this podcast about being Nico haters, because we've never said to take away that C. We think Nico is doing
no, that's not true. I have. I won't.
Oh, you? Okay.
But I was a little pissed off at that time period.
Okay. Well, JP, I am not a Nico hater, okay? Maybe Sam Wu has fallen into that camp a few times, but you and me, buddy JP, we're in the same wavelength over here. Chris Boker, our big super chat man, thought Pesci looked pretty good considering his time off. Okay. Yeah, okay, I'll give you that for a first game. I think Luke looked a little bit worse than Pesci did, so. Matt Freudenberger, old friend Matt. Refs won the game tonight for the Red Wings. Terrible no call on that hit when Dylan. No accountability for these refs. Go 2 games in a row. They screw us over. True. But the Devils also 40 shots on Cam Talbot, and you're only getting 3 power play goals. I'm glad that the power play is working well, but no even strength goals. They should have had at least. They should have won this game. They should have won this game.
Now, here's something to remark. I mean, last time I checked the statistics, that the Devils are in the top 10 of power play and penalty kill.
Yeah.
In the league. They're both at number 10. But, that's a positive. Their special teams is up there. But it's the 5-on-5. It's just the little things at this point. Are they correctable? Yes, they are. But I think what's frustrating is we've seen this show before. We've seen this rodeo, and I would expect better under a Sheldon Keefe regime instead
Agreed.
of the same old Devils. Agreed.
Tom chose not to drink during this game, and the team made it hard for it. Daryl, yep, officiating. Jacob wants to know who starts tomorrow. I agree with Daryl. I think definitely Allen. I think Sam says the same thing too. Tom, official stunk, but the Devils lost this game. Yeah, that's what it is. The officiating stunk, but the Devils are the ones that lost this game. They should have been able to beat Talbot. Apparently, Brooke is throwing some bets on the game. Mike Rosenweig, the bright spot in our inconsistency is Captain Nico. Brooke says he's our Lord and Savior. He's our Ozzy Osbourne right now. Jacob says Markstrom's not living up to the hype.
I never.
He is what?
understood.
35, 36?
Yeah,
You can ask Shorts Guy about that because he's been saying that all along.
I never understood the hype on Markstrom, to be honest with you.
I don't know. Robert, can someone describe the style Sheldon Keefe Richards is implementing here? I don't know if the Devils are playing the exact style that he is implementing. That's why I think he needs to go a little Pat Burns on the situation. There's Brooke, knew everything, same old shit. I think that's exactly what Sam Wu was saying. Ramona! Hey, Ramona! Devils need a goalie right now. We thought we had one, but these last 3 games have been very reminiscent of some previous seasons. And yeah, I agree. We cannot be losing to the Islanders tomorrow. Evan, thank you. That Luke turnover was horrible. And yeah, they're going to have Sorokin in net. Andy, Talbot Stone, the Devils. He shut out Nashville. Has Nashville got a victory yet? After all those off-season acquisitions, I don't even know if they've got a victory yet. Are they 1-4, 1-5? Yes, this is not a Ranger shirt. Anyone who said that, this is a Mets shirt. This is an old David Wright shirt from probably about like 20 years ago. If I stood up, you'd probably see all like the little holes in it and stuff like that. So I'm gonna keep seated here and give you the shoulder. So yes, it's a Mets shirt. And by the way, I was at that game on Sunday. Ugh. Tough one. Still fun, though. Still fun. Fun season for the Mets. Even though they lost. Man, that team made me believe. And who knows? Maybe the Devils will turn out kind of like the Mets because the beginning of the year for the Mets was not pretty. We all remember, what's his name? Jorge Lopez throwing his glove over the netting. You know, everyone just thought the team was just... What did we start out? 0-4, 0-5?
Yeah.
And hey... They went to Game 6 of the NLCS. So, you never know. You never know.
And they actually had a 1-0 lead in the first inning of that.
They did. They did, yeah. They did, yeah. Do you guys feel Fitzgerald will get fired?
I think he will be on the hot seat if this slide continues into late November.
Okay.
I don't think the Devils ownership group has an exit strategy of
where are they going to go after this?
And he just signed a contract not too long ago, an extension, Tom Fitzgerald. So I think we're stuck with Tom Fitzgerald for at least a year or to the end of the season.
I don't think he's going to get fired. Listen, going into the season, we were all psyched and pumped about this team. I think he did a good job assembling it. Just hopefully this goaltending situation doesn't turn out like the rest of the goaltending situations that Tom Fitzgerald has brought to this team, because none of them have been good. If there's ever a spot or area of the team that Fitzy has just not had any luck, it's goaltending. 100%. Brooke is going to bill the Devils for her therapist. I think that's a good idea. I might do the same. I did like, all right, who just said that? Max over there. Sheldon Keefe was showing a lot of emotion on the bench. I did like to see that. Chris Boger, yes. Cotter's been good as well. Cotter and Nico probably would be my 2 picks for best Devils on the ice so far this season. Cristiano, Jake Allen and Mark Sturm have been abysmal. Well, the last few games they started out the season really good. Palmieri, Zajac, Parisi, and Schneider starting tomorrow for the Islanders. Oh, Art Heaton. Oh, boy. Yeah, I mean, I think we're all kind of a little annoyed here with everything. Nason has been good too. Yes, Jacob, you're right. Tom says fire the goalie coach. Evan, are there too many cooks in the kitchen? I don't know. Evan also says we need hockey owners. I know Sam Wu will back you up on that one. Oh, Sean. Okay, so Nashville's 1-5. Andy, I think this team will get better. Oh no, Max, I don't have Yankee hats. I'm sorry. So I say fire the goalie. Ramona says not only fire the goalie coach, but just fire the goalie. Oh, I always love Ramona's honesty in our YouTube chat. But yeah, this was a difficult loss. One that should not have been. And yeah, if you can't break loose on Cam Talbot, what are you going to do on Sorokin tomorrow in a back-to-back game? Yikes. But you know what? Your boy Scotty and Sam Wu will be back here to talk about it once again. Hopefully we don't have to go into Devil's Therapy like we've done for a number of years, where we had our therapy sessions with the Yule log and everything like that.
This is Devils After Dark therapy session with Sam Wu and Scotty.
We're listening. Shorts guy needs to start tomorrow for the Devils. Max is saying Palat needs to start selling Taylor ham sandwiches in the 200s. He might be. He might be soon.
Or maybe we should be feeding the other team those Taylor ham sandwiches that Beer Baron and I ate last Saturday.
Yeah. But yeah, very disappointing loss here for this team. One that I think we're all in agreement should have been in the W column. Should have been a nice bounce back after that lightning debacle at the Rock. But the Devils get a chance to get back on track tomorrow. Again, new system, early in the season, lots of games, rapid fire, 3 back-to-backs already in the first month of the season. I'm just saying, I'm not writing this team off, but they got some things that they need to fix. And this division is tough. You've had, 3 divisional games so far, and you're 1-2. Fourth one tomorrow. 4-pointer. Let's get this going. Well, Sam, that's all I got.
The only thing I got going for myself with sports right now is Penn State football.
All right.
Anyway,
oh, and Brooke actually is a therapist, so there you go. So if anyone needs any assistance there, you can just call Brooke and make an appointment.
Maybe I'll make an appointment.
1-800-BrookeTherapist.com.
Yeah. We're like, Brooke, why do all my teams suck?
Robert, yes, we were terrible in back-to-backs last season. And Dubs, you're right. The Rangers aren't waiting around. They're a good team. And they are now ahead of us in the standings, and they've played a number less games, a few games more, a few games less. What do we got? Three games in hand on them? 4 games in hand? I think 3.
I think 5.
The Rangers aren't sitting around. So they got to straighten this out. Starts another 10-game stretch. Let's see how they do here. They started out, like we said, like a ball of fire, and then just kind of fizzled here in the last 3-4 games.
Huh. Corbin, 877 Brook now.
Call 877 Brook now.
Are you
Call
depressed?
Call Brooke G. Wentworth and get your cash now.
Brooke G. Wentworth, get your therapy now.
Get your therapy copay now. Oh, man.
I love those commercials, and then they talk really fast in the end to get all that legal disclaimer out.
Yeah. And yeah, JP, that's a good point. 6 games now. We've scored first, and hasn't made too much of a difference. But
Are you a Devil season ticket holder, and you've been screwed by the team? Well, you may be entitled to financial compensation. Good one, Brooke. Good one.
You may be entitled to a free therapy session with Brooke G. Wentworth.
Did you get
All right, Sam Wu.
let me finish. Did you get food poisoning with that Taylor ham last Saturday night? The Woo and Woo law offices can help you. Anyway.
Let's wrap this bad boy up.
All right, before it really goes off the rails.
Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow, though, because we got another game, so we're going to be here. Sam has pounded his fader, his mixing board, back into working order. So now we will not have any more technical difficulties. So
Don't say that.
I know, knock on wood. Don't want to jinx it, but
I do want to plug
Yeah.
though. I do want to plug. Tomorrow, due to scheduling conflicts, I won't be at the Devils game tomorrow against the Islanders. But we will have a big stage event on Sunday.
There you go.
And we got a special musical guest on the big stage for Game Day Live. Won't announce it just yet. But I also want to say that we have passed 900,000 downloads. That's right. 900,000 downloads. So we are heading to our 1 million download party. We're going to start putting the pieces together. I'm projecting around March and April. I think that's a safe bet, Scotty, that we're going to have our 1 million download party, because that's where we are projected to be in March or April, maybe even sooner, the way this podcast is going. And for more information about that, go to joinourcrew.com. Yes, joinourcrew.com. Sign up. You get the latest updates. Because if we're going to have a 1 million download party, there's going to be special guests. Autographs, photo ops, get to talk to our guests, stuff like that. That 1 million party, Scotty, I looked at the budget of that. It's going to be, I don't know, whatever's in my bank account. Yeah, and don't forget to buy Ant Crew Brew. Anyway.
There you go.
All right, hitting the button, Scotty. I dragged it long enough. I finally found the button.
There you go.
Want to thank all those tuning in to this podcast. 900,000 downloads and counting. Thank you, Scotty. Thank you to everybody. Thank you, everybody on YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Twitch, X. Till next time, let's go Devils.